All right, I'm on hole number 15 of the 2019 Christmas tournament. I'm in the opening round of the rookie division. Let's go check out hole number 15. All right. This hole right here, I really do believe is going to eat a lot of people's lunch, especially if you've got lower developed stuff. And even if you've got upper developed stuff, because I think people are looking at this wrong. Okay? I think people are taking a too dangerous approach at this hole. And here's what I'm talking about. If you're coming over here, I think the farthest that you can get is out in this range so that you're up in here. You're past the sand, but you're up in like more likely up in like this area is like the most that you can achieve from this spot because you can't put any curl on it. You're so pinched up against right here. The only way you could put curl on it is to come out here so that you can open this fairway up and try and run down the fairway with a 5-power ball. If you're going to go over here and you're going to try and run up this fairway, I would bring the biggest, baddest ball you have in your bag so that you can try and get more distance. But I don't think, and I've seen tons of people go for the shot over here, and I'm seeing half of them epic fail. And you can't get on from back here. So you're trying to take a shot to get yourself with the best result of in this area because you can't go any further because you run off into the rough. And if you draw a line from the green to that spot, and then you take the arc, okay, you have an area out here that's the same exact distance. And all you have to do with a 3-power ball is bring an extra mile and a 3-power ball, and you can pop it right up there with zero risk of sand. The only thing you have to watch out for is how much topspin to put on so you don't roll in the rough. And I'm seeing everybody go out here, and you can't recover from out here. And I don't get it. People aren't looking at the arcs here from this spot or even from halfway in here. If you're halfway down this fairway, you can bring a big dog and hit right there and get on the green. Okay, -2. From right here, big dog. Got upper developed stuff, you can use a sniper, whatever, and you can come out into this area and get on the green, -2. Okay. If you get out into here and you worked really hard and yes, I got it, I was perfect, because you better hit this shot perfect. Okay, -2. All three of these spots, this spot, this spot, and this spot, net you a -2 with a shot at picking up. And none of these 3 shots, this being the least, the worst, this being the second worst, this being the best, give you a shot at picking up the Albie. But none of the 3 are great shots. So I don't understand why people are going over here to the right. Not unless you're going to start off over here and you've got a setup shot and you're trying to bleed that ball down to try and get further out here so that you have, number one, a better shot coming in, and you may get into a long iron instead of a wood. But if you can get way out here, you do have a better shot, but you're not going to get out here from here. You might from over here. It's impossible to get there from here because your ball guide's going like this. You can't, and there's no room to curl. You can't achieve this from here, but you can achieve this from here. So I'm going to bring a big ball, a 4-power ball, because a 5-power ball puts my first bounce here and my second bounce is already in the rough anywhere on the arc. But a 4-power ball puts my first bounce here and my second bounce on the fairway if I can hit the right angle, and then I can bleed through and end up out here. And that's going to net me more distance. And if I end up in the rough out here, guess what? I can recover. I can get on with my nirvana, but I can't if I'm up in here. So I'm not a fan of this side at all, just because of angles. Now, if you were playing in upper divisions, I would still play this because you got better wind. If you're playing an expert, you can bring out a bigger ball. You can get your first bounce out here with the wind, and your second bounce, you can bleed off into this, and you might even be able to get up into here. And that's awesome because that's definitely a long iron shot. The only way I'm a fan of the right is if you're going to set up out here, do a setup shot, and figure out the right curl to get you through this fairway to try and bleed up into this area. But I'm going to do the bounce over the little island shot. And I'm bringing a power 4 ball, and I'm bringing a Kingmaker X. Now, the last time I was through here, I took the side wind out and I put the forward moving wind in, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to take the wind completely out of the picture. I'm going to bring a Kingmaker X because if I can get to the other side, then I've got 3 wind going into the cup, and that'll give me a better shot of being able to sink that. And I'm going to bring a extra mile and my accurate stuff. So if I do achieve the goal that I'm looking for, I want my accurate bag. And if I don't achieve the shot I'm looking for, I'm going to be in the rough and I'm going to use a Nirvana. All right, here we go. Hopefully I go first. Hopefully I go first. Now let's see which way my opponent goes. Let's see if they're one of the ones that's going to do the little island shot. They are going to do the island shot. Switch into a 3 power ball. Switch into a 5 power ball. With an extra mile from that spot, I'm going to take a picture of that because from that spot, I don't think, okay, they're allowing the wind to go in. They left the wind in, but they made the adjustment for it. Let's see what kind of distance they can get. And that is absolutely as far as you can get on that side. That's it. I'm bringing, I hate it when they make me pick the ball again. How many times do I got to pick the ball? People have asked them about that and they go, oh yeah, we're trying to work on it. It's been like that since the game came out. 3-3. Hitting it perfect. And that should put my second bounce in the fairway. First bounce here. Second bounce in the fairway. Not enough curl. Not enough curl. You can see if I would have bled out, I would have netted more distance than them. And the deal is that I can still get up from there with a Nirvana. So the reward is that I end up in the fairway with a long iron. And the risk is that I end up in the rough like I am, but I can still recover from there. I can still scramble. Hopefully. I've had to take this shot several times, so I know that I can. I'm going to take the wind out. At this level, it's 2 per ring. So it's just a smidgen over a ring. I'm going to put just a little bit of curl on it. And hit it 70 rings straight to the left. Up on the fringe. And I will tell you right now that I would much rather take a fringe shot than that putt. If you watch my videos on a regular basis, I am not a very good putter. I'm so used to taking short putts like this right here that when I get into that 7 yards or farther, I hardly ever have to take those types of putts. So I'm not the best putter in the world, which I know that may sound funny, but it's true. I'm not a very good putter. I learned how to hit close to the cup so I didn't have to take long putts. I figured out very early on in this game that there's 2 ways to approach it. Get good at hitting closer or get good at making long putts, and I decided I was going to get good at getting closer. Hitting it perfect. In the hole. That's the shot that I'm going to do on this hole every time because if I can get out there, the deal is I think that this is a low percentage Albie hole to begin with, but the best looks that I've had at Albie are, and I get out into that fairway about 50% of the time. And so if I can get out there, I've got a really good look at it with a sniper. And if I don't, it's super easy to get up there with a Nirvana. I hit that shot 2 rings great to the left, almost a good to the left, and still was able to get up there and get in real easy. So it's not too difficult to do that. If you've got lower developed stuff, just land on that island and bring a big dog, and you can get on. There's 2 different ways. You can go to the left or you can go to the right. My opponent, that is one of the few times I've seen people hit that shot on the right-hand side super successfully. But I'm not a fan of that side because I think there's just too much risk. Risk versus reward. The risk out there is that you end up in the rough and you can't get on. And that is no bueno. All right, we went from the 50s to the 20s just with that hole right there. So we're digging our way towards the top. So this is the minimum score that we're looking for right here. Minimum score minus 24. So you can see where the 24s are at here in this bracket. They're down to 38. So just shooting the minimum score is going to net you a top 50. Let's see how high they go. They go to 23rd. So that's like that top quarter of the top half of the bracket, just shooting the minimum score. So if you're in a lower developed account and you shoot the minimum minus 24, you're definitely going to be higher than that. But we're going to see people in this bracket. Let's see how many people haven't played. We should be pretty deep. I got in this bracket relatively early. We still have about 25 people that haven't finished. And so I'll have to go down here and kind of look at their scores to see what they can get. But it looks like just to make the weekend round, the majority of the people are going to be in the 24s. There's going to be some 23s that make the weekend round. The minimum score will typically get you in every weekend round, and it will move you up the brackets to get you top and much better finishes. All right, that was hole 15. Thanks for watching.